welcome back. Aaron's anxiety. I'm your host, Aaron, your personal guide through anxiety. Today we're going to talk about sleep. What makes you tired, anxiety, and ssris work with sleep. That way we can get you feeling back to par. You like that? You know how long it took me to mess my hair up like that? It took a while. Kind of digging this little whippoorwill here. So, we're going to talk about sleep today. Sleep and ssris in general it's kind of a cool subject because it has to deal a lot with kind of your brain's chemistry versus the chemistry of medication, which is kind of cool. And it's kind of a hit and miss thing. And so a lot of times what we try to do with anxiety, depersonalization, things like that, is we're constantly looking for the solid answers. The solid, hey, you were going through this, what do I do? Because this should be the same for me, right? No. Sorry. Not all the time. The general overview of it is going to be the same. However, exactly, no, sorry, you are your own person. You are just like a little snowflake. You just have all your own little lines going all over the place. So, that being said, what works exactly for me is not going to work exactly for you. Not every time. A lot of stuff, yeah. Some of the things, like I said, I got plenty of videos here that will be beneficial to you. And these things will help, because there's some things just across the board help, okay? So before I get going, though, before I forget, like, comment, subscribe. Hit the subscribe button. Hit it. Okay? Just do it. Jeez. Why do I have to tell you guys all the time? Every video, I remind you. You gotta get all these views. Not enough subscribers. Alright, so what I mean by all this stuff is whether you're taking Zoloft, Celexa, any of them, everybody knows I take Lexapro. Shout out Lexapro. Whether you're taking any of them, they all have different properties to them. They're all about the same, but they have their own little innuendos, we'll put it, of how the chemistry reacts to your brain, which is a really cool subject, I thought. So when I was looking into this back in the day, which was about a year ago, I was finding all kinds of really cool stuff, because I was like a lot of other people, where when I took my SSRI, at the time was Zoloft, it was messing with my sleep. So I would get very unrested sleep. Like my sleep, I would wake up several times at night, and I was never like fully in deep sleep. Like I don't think I ever got into deep sleep. It just didn't feel like I did. I woke up tired. I went to bed tired. I was tired throughout the day, and I don't do good with naps. Naps will mess my whole day up. So it was just dragging, you know what I mean? And when I would go to sleep, like I said, it didn't feel restful. I would have weird dreams, and it was like I would get like that. What do they call that? The restless leg syndrome. Oh my god, that would be me. Yeah, that was me all the time. So that being said, I went to my doctor and I said, hey, you know, this is what's happening. He goes, oh, okay. And so he starts describing to me what's really happening in the brain, and how blah blah blah. Basically all the same stuff I'm telling you, that the chemicals react differently in your brain, and they can predict based off of who you are, how you act. They can kind of predict which ones are going to do what. Sometimes it's just the pill, you know what I mean? Sometimes, you know, the way he was selling it to me is they have sedative pills that may, I can't keep my eyes open, you know what I mean? Or they have activating pills that make you wired, you know what I mean? So that being said, there's a lot of gray area, you know what I mean? There's a lot of area in between where this pill doesn't exactly do this to everybody, and this pill doesn't exactly do that to everybody. We just have a main theme, you know what I mean? So, and the reason why is there are so many SSRIs out there anyway, one is because there's, you know, people want to make money off of medication, but the second is that certain medications have certain side effects that you just don't get with the other medications. So, for example, like jaw clenching, I do that from time to time. Not very often anymore. But this is a while. You just don't realize it and you're just clenching. That's a Lexapro side effect. Zoloft. I'm trying to remember my side effects were Zoloft. A lot of this stuff will go away. If you're having them, just hang tight. A lot of it goes away. It's a temporary thing. And it can spring up randomly even after you were taking, like the jaw clenching thing for me, sprung up like 8 months after I was taking Lexapro and I wasn't having nothing. All of a sudden I started jaw clenching and then that went away after like a week or two. So, like I would notice and go, hey, stop doing that. You know what I mean? So it wasn't like that big of a deal. So, that being said, it's a shot in the dark. So if you do go to your doctor and you say, hey, I'm taking this medication and it's causing me to have problems with sleep, probably, especially if you're already adhered to the medication, they're not just going to switch you over to another medication, because a lot of times you can curb that with when you're taking that pill. So at the time, I was taking the pill before I went to bed. A lot of times when you're prescribed these things, doctors will say, hey, this is an SSRI. I want you to take this before you go to bed. And you go, okay. And you do that. Well, a lot of doctors don't tell you why they're telling you to take it before bed. The reason they tell you to take it before bed is because there are side effects when starting this pill. And you can get through many of those side effects by sleeping. You just sleep through it and you don't even know it's there. Okay? So, like when I started taking Zoloft, it would ramp, and this is normal. This is completely normal for a lot of medications. It would ramp my anxiety up. So I was feeling anxious. I go to take this pill that's supposed to make me less anxious, and all of a sudden I'm like ramped up. I'm like, oh, I'm having heartbeats. I feel more anxious than when I started. What's going on here? You know what I mean? And then after about a half hour, I'd calm back down, and it would be even. Well, that particular side effect didn't go away. After 3 months, that didn't go away. So that's when my doctor said, all right, let's try Lexapro. Let's switch over to Lexapro. And Lexapro did that to the very, very beginning, but that curbed in a couple days. So, that being said, there is no exact strategy. If you don't want to make a doctor's appointment and you are taking medication right now and you've been on it for a little while, if you want to, go ahead and try it. I'm not a doctor, but you're your own adult, and you don't need a license to say, hey, as long as I am taking X amount, say you take 10 milligrams, like, okay, I take 10 milligrams. As long as you're taking 10 milligrams of Lexapro, within that 24-hour span, you're good. So don't take it twice, don't take it once at night, and then when you wake up, you know what I mean? Take it at night, like normal. Or, don't take it at night, that would be even better. If you take it at night, sleep, then when you wake up, take it. Now you're sleeping through if you were to have some kind of withdrawal, which you probably won't. See what I'm saying? So there's ways around this. This is the sleep aspect. If, however, you have been taking this medication and you are several months in, I mean 3 to 4 months in, and you've been taking it in the morning and you're still having sleep problems that you think are deriving from that, because you could just be having sleep problems. I mean, anxiety causes that anyway. But if you think, hey, I'm having sleep problems and it only started really when I started taking this pill, that's when I would talk to my doctor and say, hey, this is what's going on. Do you recommend doing this? I've already been taking it. I mean, give it some time. Don't just like take it in the morning 3 days and go, oh, well, it's not working. That way you can tell your doctor, look, I've been taking this for a week straight in the morning and I'm still feeling like messed up. Okay? So, yeah, so, you know what I mean? Then they'll go, okay, well, obviously they're trying stuff. You know, you don't want to do too much outside of your doctor's wishes. I mean, that's what they get paid for. You know, they went to medical school. Give them a little bit of credit. This is a pretty common problem. Okay? So, okay, friends, that's pretty much it. There are sleeping techniques. You can listen to headphones and listen to, like, meditative music. There are ways to more or less trigger yourself into sleep. What I don't recommend doing, however, is don't take anything else to sleep. I mean, yeah, if you really want to, take a little bit of melatonin as, you know, prescribed, you know what I mean, on the bottle. Don't overdose on melatonin. Melatonin is just a drug. It's a naturally occurring drug. It's already in your brain. You can pick it up at any dollar, or probably at the dollar store too, but at any Walgreens or any CVS, things like that, pharmacies. And all it does is just make you tired and makes you go to sleep. Okay? So you do have like sleep aids that you could use if you really wanted to, but I don't usually recommend to go that route long term, because it's going to start affecting how you go to sleep. You almost become dependent on this pill to try to get sleep. So it's going to give you more anxiety. So always try to fix the problem. Don't try to mask the problem, okay? So, yeah, there's all kinds of techniques you can do. YouTube, how to get to sleep faster, or better ways to sleep, things like that. It is better to sleep in a cooler room, that I do know. So if you're the kind of person that sleeps with a fan, such as I, that's good. Cooler rooms will help you sleep deeper and better. If you sleep in a hot room, you're going to have less deep sleep, and you're going to be more likely to have nightmares. Fun fact for the day. I don't know if you guys knew that. I covered that when I was going through my endeavors with the sleep back a while ago. I always thought it was cool. It stuck with me. So, but that is interesting stuff. So, all right, friends, if you have any questions, I would love to help you out. If you want to tell your story in the comments, please do so. Also, there is the Aaron's Facebook page, Aaron's Anxiety Family is what it's called, Facebook page. Look up that group. We would love to have you in the group. There's a lot of tips, tricks, things like that we're adding to the page as we go along. It's pretty fresh right now, but people are stacking in right on cue. So, I mean, we love it. It's going to be the best way to get people involved with one another in good, healthy solutions, not scare tactics that a lot of other places have. Okay, friends? All right, so yeah, check that out. I'd love to talk to you on there as well. So, until next time.